What's up, people? It's Koliobasa here again of thiskoliobasa.com. And thank you for joining me on this episode of Dodo Vibes. It is only proper that I give a shout out to today's sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Super Shopper HG, a Nigerian-based superstore that stock imported food, household, and personal essentials. Let me break that down. So you went to the US or the UK on holiday and you used a particular shampoo or body cream, or you loved a particular snack like peanuts or something, or you enjoyed a particular coffee or tea and you were worried about not getting these items when you return home. Don't fret. Simply go to Super Shopper NG on Instagram and you can order any of these items for delivery in Lagos for now. They only deliver to Lagos, within Lagos for now. So you can contact them on Instagram on their handle at Super Shopper NG, and on their phone number, which is +234 if you're calling from abroad, 803-404-8633. Super Shopper NG, y'all. So I'm going to start this one a little bit differently. It's a bit controversial, but it has to be done. So let me start like this. Alright, so check this out. David McCarthy, Sean Reed, Michael Ramos, Breonna Taylor, Manuel Ellis, and let's not forget George Perry Floyd. You know what I just done? You know what I just read out? That's the names of some of the black folks killed by white American cops. Now ask me about any victim of police brutality in Nigeria, and I can only tell you one. Kolade Johnson, shot and killed after going to watch a football match in March of last year. This is wrong. This is so wrong. As Nigerians, we were not loud enough in condemning this atrocity. Listen, instead, we were so quick to look across the pond and jump on some bullshit bandwagon of other movements, but not one concerning the Nigerian society. Now, before some of you jump up and down, I also include myself in this. I didn't do enough. You gotta give it up to people like Rugged Man, who's been shouting for years about extrajudicial killings and even get abused for it. He wasn't the only one though. I mean, people like Victoria Nyama and some other celebrities. Yele Showore is also making some noise too, and so many others. Some people are actually doing something about it and making noise about it. But anyway, Nigerians have finally woken up to the scourge of police brutality in Nigeria, and I'm glad. So, I caught up with a good friend of mine recently and we chatted about SARS. For the benefit of my non-Nigerian listeners, SARS means Special Anti-Robbery Squad. SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. And as the name suggests, it's a police unit in Nigeria tasked with tackling robbery crimes, including kidnappings. Yeah. So recently there's been a move by the citizenry to end SARS because of extrajudicial killings. Listen to my chat with my friend. Yo. So what's happening, bro?
Not so much, bro. Yeah, right.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Cool. You're keeping in touch, if I should call it that, in touch with Niger news.
Yeah. I mean, just this latest hashtag that is everywhere now. End SARS, end police brutality, and still on there. They're doing their thing. We're doing our thing. But as patriotic Nigerians, we just want to be updated. We just want to see what's going on and pray for Niger.
But in SARS that you're talking about, in the past couple of days now, NSAS has become NSWAT. NSWAT probably tomorrow will become end something else. We don't even know which is which, you know?
Honestly, Nigerian youths, I believe before now that they didn't know what they wanted, because I just used to see Nigerian youth as socialites, people who just love life, who wants to enjoy life at every given opportunity. And even now, with the things happening, they are actually exhibiting that, because they make fun. I mean, it could have some advantage and some disadvantage as well. They make fun out of everything with the circumstances or the situation of things. They make an average Nigerian make fun out of everything. Like the other time, when the time I actually lost hope in Nigerian youth, that meant, can these ever be better? Can they ever know what they want? Is the Occupy Nigeria period? That's about a couple of years ago, and people came out to occupy Nigeria just to, to drink, to marry, and they turned the whole thing into a carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, these people, I mean, it has been happening over time. Like, they will just shout, do some demonstrations for a couple of days, and after that, that's it. The government just says something. The comedians, basically, they turn everything to joke, and I said, well, you know what? I said, oh, this country is just a joke. But this step that they've taken, I hope they don't deviate. I hope they don't go back until they get what they really want. So the reason I started following this, because this looks different than the past ones. Like, this really looks real. Like, these guys are really serious about what they want now. I think things are now hitting them, and the whole Nigerian situation is now becoming real, and
Mm-hmm.
now they are taking the bulls by the horn. Like, okay, yeah, let's take and that's what we were supposed to do years ago. And I'm happy that there's a movement um trying to fight against these things, you know. And coming back to NSAS, NSWAT, whatever, to me, yeah, Kole, I believe that is not the problem of Nigeria. They need to go to
Yeah.
the grassroots. They need to go
Yeah.
to the root of this problem. It's not about police brutality. It's not about NSAS. It's not about SARS. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
What is the cause of the problem? I mean,
Yeah.
look at in the country we live in, you cannot find any police doing that kind of a thing. The only thing they accuse police for here is probably racism and and all
Yeah.
that. And it's not even racism is not even a discussion. It's not even a topic, like
Yeah.
police brutality and all that, right? Because the police here, they are well structured,
Well
well
trained.
organized, well trained, and they earn normal. Like, there's dignity in becoming a police officer in this part of the world.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, I mean, I listened to a program, and a guy called in a couple of days ago, and he happens to be a police officer. He's been in the force for about 16 years, and
Mm-hmm.
he said some things that really, really touched the heart. He said some things that really, really, I mean, I don't believe that. In fact, to the extent that, yeah, what he even said that even amazed me more was policemen actually buy their own uniform.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Who does that? Who does that? And he said something. He said when he joined the police like 16 years ago, they are actually paid to join the police. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is not someone who went to the police academy like that or something. No,
Mm-hmm.
because he's a low rank officer. He said he is a graduate. When he graduated and there was no job, he had to. I mean, the best thing for him is to join the police.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, like initially, when this whole NSARS thing started, and before I even called you, I I was gonna do this podcast to lay into the Nigerian youth because I agree with you completely. I don't think they know what I didn't think they know what they want or they knew what they wanted, right? They've been very docile for such a long time. And the one thing that comes to mind, I always felt that they had misplaced priorities. The Niger, we say Nigerian youth, but Nigerians in general. If I can tie everybody with that brush, including myself,
Right.
you
Correct.
know, the one thing that comes to mind all the time is this um, ice bucket challenge. Do you remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like,
That's been
when Ice
wow.
Bucket Challenge happened, it was viral. Everyone around the world was doing it. Everybody was, in their back gardens with their bucket of ice pouring it over themselves. It became a trend. Nigerians were doing it. And I thought to myself, do you know the Ice Bucket Challenge was created in support and to raise awareness for motor neuron disease? Most
Yeah.
people didn't know that. All they just wanted to
Never
do was ice bucket. Let's just do it because it was trendy.
for
Everybody was
fun.
doing
Yeah,
it
for fun. Yeah.
for fun. And I've got nothing against supporting, like worthy causes and things like that. But I have a big problem with Nigerians not voicing concern about our own issues. SARS has not been SARS was not created yesterday. It's always been there. Yeah. We have other issues in Nigeria that the Nigerian people should have stood up to many, many years ago, but they did nothing. Another thing that came to mind was, remember when there was this scandal involving um, this Pastor Biodun Fatoyinbo.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, people went mad. Everybody, there was even a demonstration in front of Pastor Biodun's church. Is that the issue? Is that what we should be fighting about?
You see.
You have no jobs, you got no stable um electricity, you have no stable income, you've got no future, bad roads. And what's more important is to go and protest in front of Pastor Biodun's church that, quote unquote, he raped somebody. It's not been proven.
You see.
Tomorrow the case has died a natural death. That's not the issue. But I thought about it, and with the actions the youth have taken over the past few days, I must say I give it to them.
Yeah.
Um, can you imagine for the government of Nigeria to react? It's
Wow.
unprecedented. They
Right.
reacted because they
So.
saw the
So.
protest and felt this is gonna
So.
out of
Yeah,
hand.
Kole. Yeah, you said it all in the beginning. You said misplaced priorities.
That's
That
right.
was the problem. So I mean, must people die for Nigerian youths to stand on their feet and do this kind of thing? You didn't
It's
have to
because
get to this. Pardon?
it affects them now.
It affects them now. And it might affect the people that it has not yet affected.
That's right.
See,
Yeah.
the problem about Nigerian youth is that every Nigerian youth just want to be. They don't really, to be honest. Let me start from here. An average Nigerian youth doesn't really know what they want for themselves. If you understand what I mean, they don't really know. They just flow with time. And do you know, if you call any Nigerian youth now and say, tell us about Nigerian constitution, they don't know. They don't even know their rights.
Absolutely.
They don't even know anything about. So because the country has been built on independence and individual independence, if there's anything like that. Like, everyone just live by themselves.
That's
No
right.
one lives out of the government. No one knows why they pay tax or why they should pay tax.
Yeah.
I think the old Nigeria needs a reorientation of the mind. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
See, in Nigeria, everything in Nigeria is just it just goes at some people said the other time, they just said, oh, Nigeria, everything they do is copy and paste, which I really believe.
Mm-hmm.
Copy and paste. No constitution is rigid in Nigeria. There's no even constitution. They just written nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No, there are constitutions that don't even work. They are not even effective. And the Nigerian youths don't even know anything about these things. They
Mm-hmm.
don't even know their rights. A governor, imagine a governor will come and say, we are commissioning, I don't know, probably a pipeline, or not pipeline. It's probably a
Agreed.
public toilet or something.
Yeah.
And everyone will say, hey, he hasn't done any
That's his job.
honest.
That's
He
his
has
job.
done, that's his job, and he only lied to you by doing that little thing. But the Nigerian youths do not understand. And look at one thing: the votes. Even if you vote, they rig it. Not to talk of you voting for the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
People don't come. Okay, look at this now. The Big Brother Nigeria. They
Oh,
had how many votes?
that one.
Over 100 million votes, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Over 100 million votes.
Yeah.
And the normal general election in Nigeria, they have less than 50 million votes.
20 million votes, actually.
Exactly, 20 million votes.
There you go.
And you see what kind of... We were still in lockdown, and people actually paid to watch Big Brother Nigeria.
Yep.
That is their priority. That's the misplaced priorities. Why didn't they protest during that Big Brother Nigeria? Why didn't they protest? They waited for it to end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Police has been killing people even before then.
That's right.
And why did they have to wait till after the Big Brother? You see, that's why I don't really trust Nigerian youths. The other time Showore tried to raise he wanted to start the demonstration, or a protest. People didn't turn up. The armies, they carried their guns, and people got scared. People are scared for their lives. But now I'm surprised that people actually came out to block the roads, and this thing is coming a bit too late, but it has still been done. So that is the most important thing. And back to my point, the problem of Nigeria is not the SARS, it's not the SWAT, it's not anything. But I looked at something today, like the genesis of SARS, how SARS started in 1992. It was a kind of a kind of controversies between the police force and the army.
Okay.
And what happened was that an army colonel was shot dead by a police officer.
Okay.
Or was he shot dead or something? Something happened. Probably was harassed and no, he was shot dead. Yes, he was shot dead. I remember. Was killed. And the army took the whole streets to retaliate and started fighting the police, shooting police, burning down barracks. I remember. So the reason so at that time there was no security on the road, and that was when the armed robbers and all these thieves started robbing, operating the whole of Lagos, right? And because of this, the police force, the defense in Nigeria, they now brought up these about SARS. There was RRS then? Am I correct? Rapid Response Squad.
And there was this Operation
Sweep. The Operation Sweep was not national. It was
no,
states.
That was just Lagos. Yes,
that was state. So every state. That was when every state now made their own, or your state made their own Operation Sweep, which has a different name. But the RRS was the Rapid Response Squad.
Yeah.
So they've tried to stop these things along. They've been trying to end them, but they only what they do is they evolve into a different name. It's just
all the time,
kind of all the time. So my point is the problem. So, and the youth don't even know this thing I just told you. Their
Okay.
own is these people are harassing us. They are they are threats to us on the road. They are, that is what they know, but they don't actually know why these people are there. These people are there to secure to give us security.
Yeah.
But because the bad eggs amongst them are actually taking advantage, right? So they need to know, okay, what is their problem? Like I said, the man that called into a program, he said the problem is not about the police officers, it's about the governance. An average police, I heard the salary of a police officer and I was shocked. So he has been in the first for about 16 years and he earns how much is it? 50 grand. That's
Wow.
less than £100. 50 grand.
Wow.
Is this 50 or 40? 40 or 50. So not okay, how much does a new recruit get? Maybe 20 grand maximum.
Wow.
And someone who has 2 children, has to pay his house rent. If you've ever been to a police barracks, I saw the video of a police barracks. I was shocked. I was like, wow. So Nigerians, to be honest, there hasn't been any security for Nigerians many years. People are just using, why will I have a security or a megad in front of my house if there is security? I live in United Kingdom. We live in United Kingdom. I haven't seen any private house that's got a security at the gate.
Apart from the rich ass dudes.
But the rich house dudes, do they really have security at the gate?
Not at the gate, but they've got security inside.
They've got security inside. They can have 8 and those ones are exempt. Yeah. They are just people who need that. Though. Yes, those are people who just need it because of their status.
That's right. Yeah.
In Nigeria, an average person has a security at the gate.
As a necessity.
When I was growing up in Nigeria, the place I lived in, no single person had a fence because they built our estate like British standard. Right? It was the British that built our estate. If you remember the LSTPC housing, then what they did was there's a short fence. You can stand at one end of the street and see the other end of the street. But now everyone is now a prisoner. You are a prisoner in your own home.
That's right.
Right? It starts, and even apart from the fence, you will now have some what do they call them? Barbed wires or those things that are sharp.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
And these things are the priorities we have misplaced. We don't fight for the right thing. You have to start from the scratch. Why don't people go to all the senators' houses or see the senators, all these people pass with their cars and lit their cars or lynch them?
You touched on something that I wanted to go back to. And that's this the take-home pay for these police officers. Right. If we need to talk about EndSARS, we must talk about the root cause, right?
Right.
And I saw yesterday the 5 points the youth have now forced the government to adopt. And I think the very last one is that the police salaries must increase. Yeah. There's no way, SARS, they've done what they've done. They are brutal, they are bloodthirsty, all these things. Yes, we must agree. However, we need to also consider the fact that these guys, like I was speaking to a friend, and he said, if you employ a 20,000 naira person, you should expect a 20,000 naira job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Correct.
these guys are risking their lives. I'm not talking about SARS now. I'm talking about the Nigerian police in general.
Police, yeah.
They're risking their lives every day. Some of them get killed on a daily basis.
20K.
And then when you post them to a different state, you give them no allowances, no money, no nothing. Some of them buy their own uniforms.
Yeah.
Some of them, when they get injured in the line of duty, they get no compensation, neither, does their family. These are the people who you now give guns to integrate with the public, you and I, on the streets. And you expect them to do a job. Some of them don't get paid on time, and you expect them not to not to waylay you on the road and collect bribes and things like that. We must get to the root cause. That is
Yeah.
the root cause. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to, and it needs to change. Now, but going back to the Nigerian youth now, I've always said this. I said this a long time ago, many, many years ago, that change, before Mr. President even came with the slogan of change and all that there would be a change in Nigeria, but the change will be volatile. It will be very spontaneous.
Yes, spontaneous. Yeah.
I always said this thing, and I'm not saying it because I want it to happen. I'm saying it because I'm warning people to be prepared. And it looks like, with what is going on with the youth now, from the NSAS to NSWAT, which, by the way, it's not even creative. You look at the police unit and you decide to call it SWAT. Why? Can't you be creative and come with your own?
That's the copy and paste. That's
copy
the copy and paste.
Anyway, the thing is, I'm worried that the same youth who are out on the streets now will become that catalyst, that volatile catalyst for the change I warned about, because they're not going anywhere. The 5 points they wanted, the Lagos State governor has taken it to the president, and you would expect that, okay, it ends there. It didn't. They've asked for the end of the police unit called SARS. It has been disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
You would expect that they would leave the streets. They haven't. They're now asking.
Wait, Colin, sorry. Let me just ask a question there. Yeah. They've asked them to leave the streets, right?
Yeah.
So the country needs security. How are they going to provide the security, especially at this time of protests? A lot of things have been going on because the police left the streets. Hoodlums hijacked the protests.
Absolutely, yeah. I saw
and
that.
Even all these people, they will just sabotage the protest and turn it to their. And that's my question. So how are they going to do that?
My fear has always been this, yeah. Before SARS, before we even started this thing, we were talking about it a couple of days ago, and I said, look, I'm going to say something controversial here, yeah. It left to me, I wouldn't end SARS. We're all entitled to our opinions. This is mine. I wouldn't end SARS. SARS was created to fight armed robbery and kidnapping in Nigeria specifically, right? So I wouldn't end SARS. I was more interested in police brutality. I didn't think it was just a SARS issue. I think I wrote on a piece on Facebook the other day about the fact that when I was a bit younger, I encountered the 3 different units that make up our security force: the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, without even the police. And they were brutal. They didn't touch me or anything, but it almost got to it. I had to start telling them, look, my dad is an Air Force officer. Don't touch me. And that was how I was able to, they let me be. I feel police brutality in Nigeria is much more of a thing, of an issue, than the NSARS thing. But that's my opinion, like I said. Now, getting to your point, if you end SARS, at the beginning of this agitation, people felt that all of a sudden, when SARS ends, armed robbery and kidnapping will end in Nigeria, in Lagos, overnight. It's not going to happen. The same SARS people that you have disbanded will not automatically lose their jobs. They're not going to go home and sit down. They will be redeployed to other units, right? So if they are having issues now as a group called SARS and they're bloodthirsty, like we all know they are, and you now disband them to other units, they're going to do the exact same thing. But what the youth are saying now is that they have to, I don't know if you saw their 5 points. Each SARS operative now has to undergo psychological testing and
Yes, yes.
things like that, you know.
Assessment, psychological
Assessment,
assessment.
yeah. So the hoodlums have now, you know, we are not taking it. I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, we are not. We have identified the issue, but we have not identified the issue in depth. We've not taken it to that level yet, where we're getting there. Well, the youth is getting there, where you would be able to take a holistic look at the full issue, and only through that you are able to identify solutions for it. The people, the unit has now been disbanded, but armed robbery, kidnapping would still happen. So now that you're on the streets, stopping the police and the army, even the army can't even respond. They can't do anything now. You've stopped the police, you've kept the police in their barracks, in their bases. What then happens if a robbery or a kidnapping happens in Lagos right now? Who do you call? Who do you call? That is where we missed
That's
that.
it. That's it.
You
That's
call
it.
police, you call SARS
That's
again.
it.
There are
That's
numbers,
it.
phone numbers that have been distributed in Lagos. Remember, if
Yes,
you're
yes.
an attack, call this number. It's mainly SARS numbers. So who do you call now if there's an issue? But that's not taking away anything from the protests the youths are doing at the moment. But we need to think deeper than that.
Okay. Before the protest, about a couple of weeks ago, the IG of police made a statement, and he actually said, what in the statement said, there should be no checking of phones again or laptops. Or he actually made some things which I believe some people still, some police officers didn't yield to those things. And that was during Big Brother Nigeria, right? So to show you that this thing has been on then. So Nigerian youth actually waited for the Big Brother Nigeria, which would be a kind of obstruction, like, an hindrance to the protest. So they waited until it finished. And after that, they took over the streets, which is a good thing. Well,
I need to talk about Big Brother Nigeria. This point you're making now.
Yeah.
It's a very important point.
Yeah. So, sorry, do you want to say something? I just want to.
Go ahead.
So, right. So, the reason I said Big Brother Nigeria was that, do you remember even during the Big Brother Nigeria, something happened again? A couple of things. Do you remember?
Like the NDDC scandal?
Not the NDDC scandal alone. There was an increment in the price of
the electricity
tariff.
That's right, yeah.
And people didn't see anything about this. They kept on watching, even though they're still paying through their nose to watch Big Brother. You have to fuel your generator. You have to pay, So, I mean, why? Well, my annoyance is there are misplaced priorities. This protest shouldn't be for SARS alone. This protest, I think they need to take it to another level. Unseat all those idiots calling themselves politicians, earning all the money, sitting on all the money.
Yeah.
Do you understand? People putting dollars, hard currencies in their offices. I saw one video, they put hard currency in his office, and the aide of one other politician broke into the office, or probably entered the office and stole some money. I mean, they're all thieves. Why would you keep hard currencies in your office? Because you're a thief, you couldn't take it to the bank.
No honor among thieves.
You couldn't take it to the bank because you cannot declare it. So you now held the guy and said he's a thief. You started bullying him, beating him in the office. which is see these Nigerians. When we, it's so funny. The youths, they sell their votes, right? These people that put them in that suffering, they drive their luxurious cars and they hail them. Hey. You see,
Oh, God, chairman.
Chairman, and if you are a hardworking guy and you earn your money, they call you lazy.
Yeah.
Or probably you don't even have anything, they'll call you lazy, right? I think
Yeah.
in Nigeria, there's no dignity anywhere. I was speaking with someone yesterday and I said, in this country we live in, a plumber comes to your house to fix something. You offer him a cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about slave mentality in Nigeria. That's another thing affecting us. You offer him a cup of tea, not with a different cup, with the cup you use. He's a plumber,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm using plumber as an example because doing plumbing in Nigeria is even worse. So
Yeah.
do you
It's
understand?
considered a lowly.
If you are a plumber in Nigeria, you cannot even, when you get into the compound, you sit on the floor. You know your space. That's what I'm saying now. See, slave mental. Even in Nigeria, some house helps can't use the plates or cutleries or cups
Of
used
their
by
budget.
the
Yeah.
household members.
That's right.
Our problem is diverse. It's from different parts. So,
You-
so we need, the whole Nigeria needs an orientation.
It's different.
They're talking about the salaries of the force. I'm telling you, to me, my opinion, the minimum wage in the force should be 100K with the Nigerian economy. I'm telling you. Because someone said if someone gets 100K as a police in Nigeria, he wouldn't want to lose that job.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
he's going to do everything to protect that
Possible
job.
to protect the job.
And they
Yeah.
should put a maximum punishment for any misconduct in the force. Do you get?
Yeah.
The whole force needs in Nigeria, in quote, to be reorientated. The whole force needs, there should be a kind of I'm not talking about just the police. I'm talking about the army, the navy, the
Yeah.
air force, all the forces. They need a reformation.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Apart from any other thing, I can't see a police officer in Nigeria. Even the uniform alone would disgust you. The uniform alone would disgust you. Some policemen actually wear slippers on their uniform and they stand on the road to stop cars.
Let me tell you a story. Yeah. A couple of years ago, I was on, I went to Nigeria on a visit and I was with my younger brother and we were driving somewhere. I don't know, I can't remember where exactly. And it was quite late at night. And somehow we approached this T junction, and in the middle of the road was a bus, and in that bus were about 4 guys. This normal commuter buses, yeah. And there were 4 guys in the bus, and when we approached that T junction, one of the guys in the bus, I mean, the door suddenly opened and one of the guys came out. And he was wearing this like flowy, like agbada type of thing. And he was wearing, the palm slippers we wear in Nigeria, yeah? So he was wearing this agbada thing and palm slippers, and he was carrying an AK-47. And for a split second, I thought, damn, we're about to get robbed. But my brother was like, nah, don't worry, man. That's police. I didn't believe they were police until we actually drove past them. How do you instill confidence in the people if you're dressed in mufti, no ID cards anywhere showing you're police, and you're carrying an assault rifle in the middle of the road? that is just that's blatant. But anyway, I wanted to touch on this issue of misplaced priorities and Big Brother Nigeria. Okay, that was the first part of my conversation with my friend Tom Jones. Listen out for the second part, which will be coming out next week. You really don't want to miss it. We're still going to be touching on the Nigerian youth and this current agitation. But I must say, keep doing what you're doing. And in the meantime, stay safe. And don't let them make you a statistic. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on my social media handles. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Just type in this Kole Obasa on any of those platforms and I'll pop right up. I'll be grateful if you subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. Spotify, Apple, TuneIn Radio, SoundCloud, whatever. If you have any questions or feedback, you can send them to me on my email, kole@thiskoleobasa.com. It's been good chatting with you guys today. As you Hello everybody, it's Kole Obasa here again of thiskoleobasa.com and welcome to this episode of Dodo Vibes. So we're going to continue from where we stopped last week in a conversation with my friend Taiwo Tom Jones where we're discussing the EndSARS movement, police brutality and other issues facing Nigerians worldwide. It was quite an interesting chat and this was recorded before the EndSARS protest actually kicked off in Lagos. So enjoy the podcast, and I'll catch you on the other side. I don't know. Big Brother Nigeria has made a lot of money for the winner. Congratulations to him. A salute. It's made a lot of money for the producers and everyone, every stakeholder, basically, the network, everybody. It's made a lot of money for them, and good luck to them. They did well. As a program, well, should I say, as an end user, a consumer, I don't really see the point of it, but that's a different discussion for another day. You made a point that the Nigerian youth did nothing while Big Brother is on. And it's very important we speak on that because it is true. I can't but bring in Yele Sowore in here. Yele Sowore has had his own battles with law enforcement. I don't agree 100% with what he does, but you made a point that he started this. He wanted everybody to come out and protest for their basic rights before, during, and after the elections he lost, right? I still feel he could have fought a better battle in the Houses of Parliament or in the National Assembly, I'm sorry, in grassroots politics. But
yes.
But he came out, he stood up, he told Nigerians, we need a revolution. We need to come out and fight for our rights. Not his rights, our rights. And nobody came out. Only a few people came out. Okay, now they are out, fine. But Mr. Sowore asked for this. He pushed for this. So let's hope, we're only hoping here, that the fact that they are out now on the streets, somehow, somewhere, some way, everybody. My dream is for the Nigerian youth to think about all the issues affecting them, affecting the Nigerian people,
yes, yeah,
and fight for those issues. And regardless of if Big Brother Nigeria is showing or whatever is showing, fight for those issues now. It's a rare opportunity,
Yeah.
This is a rare opportunity.
So my point is an average Nigerian is Nigerians, number one, Nigerians are not lazy. An average Nigerian youth. It's just some people, they say, when this man said lazy youth, I was wondering, like, lazy youth, they're not lazy. It's just that no opportunity. Some people just go for the slightest opportunity they have just to make money onto, I mean, it's because you guys have not provided opportunities. You've not provided the basic amenities for these people to run business or to do things. That's why they can go into crime easily. No, even all these guys they call scammers, Yahoo boys, I'm sure many of them they are not lazy because they really don't want to do that. But because the society do not embrace poverty, and the government is encouraging and making people to live a impoverished life out of their own selfishness. Do you understand? So, number one, when you go to Nigeria, you realize one thing, that most of them think alike. There's something wrong. There's a misplaced. I don't know. I think the brains of an average Nigerian, sorry to use that word, have shifted to abnormalities than normalities, because abnormalities in the real world is not a norm in Nigeria. Do you understand? So when you go to Nigeria, some things you will see and say, "What? Why are they behaving this way?" But when you say something and they say, "Oh, because you are living abroad, they just
I hate that,
blast you, and you don't even know how we do here." But you're doing it doesn't make it right.
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying? You doing it doesn't make it right. When you go somewhere, you get on the queue. That's an example. You get on the queue. Simple. No one needs to come and tell you, queue up. No one needs to say, you're a big man, you have to stay in front of the queue. Those things are, no one needs to say, oh, how much how much does this cost? Oh man, it costs 20 naira, but if you want to get it faster on the queue, you can get it 50 naira. You know what? No official price on anything.
No official price. And I like that.
So what I'm saying is, what they can do is to allow the exposed people, or people like us, or people who actually leave Nigeria to this country, who are really patriotic, to educate the ones who feel all those abnormalities are norms. There have to be a reorientation of all that. I remember when we were growing up, there's something, everybody in the 80s, Nigeria, everybody in Nigeria, their head is correct. I may use that word. Because we had a special force, and they don't use guns. Then they call them war against indiscipline.
Yeah, I remember that.
And war against discipline, what did they do? It's just a simple, and see their jobs. That's why I see a lot of forces. We have now in Nigeria. We have the road safety. We have these. They are doing the same jobs. Why? Because they want money. They arrest. They do. The thing in Nigeria is, so when we are growing up, the war against the discipline. What do? When they see you erring, or when they see you doing something that you're not supposed to do, what is it? They give you a fine, or they arrest you. Yeah. You understand? So, I mean, you're peeing on the motorway. You're peeing where you're not supposed to pee, or you're pouring trash where you're not supposed to. This is what these people are for. I'm telling you, it's true. That's what they were for. And Nigeria was so clean. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Nigeria was so clean. I think over time, people have missed some things along the time, because we've got greedy politicians. We've got a lot of people who don't even care about the neighbors. You're living on the streets, Kole. People are living on the streets. Yeah. The poor people on that same street are rich, very rich people on the same streets. Very rich people. And the road on that street is very bad.
Very bad, yeah.
A rich man, what is he going to do? Or a politician living on that street? All he does is he buys an SUV for all his family members. He doesn't care about the poor guy. So the poor one will take his car to the mechanic every day and complain. And the poor ones will say, okay, let's make a union and do what can we do on this road? They will come out and pour sand on it.
Yeah.
The rich man doesn't care. As far as I'm fenced around my house like a prisoner, every member of my family drives an SUV. I don't care about the roads. That's the problem about Nigeria. The rich don't even care. The politicians don't even care about you guys. But when they want to campaign, you are the best option. You are their best option.
Absolutely. That's so
all
true.
these things need to stop. The Nigerian youth, I thank God that they are waking up now. It's not about SARS. Let them not be distracted by that SARS of a thing.
That's right.
This SARS of a thing is just an exam. It's just to tell you that you have a power. Do you understand? Every Nigerian youth should get it on their mind that they have the power to stop anything. So let them now face the real problems
of the country.
The SARS man, as we said earlier, the SARS man, he doesn't wish that for himself. It's because he's underpaid. He's been underpaid. And that's the only option. As I said, every Nigerian wants the best option because the society only smiles at people who are successful.
Yeah.
There's no more dignity in labor. As far as you can, I've heard of parents encouraging their children to do this Yahoo thing. I've heard of parents encouraging their children to be street hawkers, to be prostitutes. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah.
The actual parents actually equip their children, but because it is how successful you are, not how hardworking you are anymore.
That's right.
Even our education system has gone down the drain. There's no more real education in Nigeria. Everything. So these are the things, these are the issues that we need to tackle as youths. You need this government, they have to give you everything you need. And the first thing I will say they should start with is, if they can make another protest, a solid one, a big one, to cut down the salary of senators by 80%.
Perfect.
And I will lead that protest if possible. To cut, no, honestly, to cut down the salary of all the senators, by 80%, all the politicians. Politics is not about because you're not supposed to go there for money. You're supposed to go there because you want to serve your country.
And to serve the people, yeah.
To serve the people. That is the reason. So if you can cut all the salary, that's that, it will even go, it can even go to 90%. And number 2 is the database in Nigeria. We need to, even a whole year, if the government can work on creating a solid database for Nigerians. I'm happy they've done the BVN. This BVN can be improved on, and where everyone in Nigeria will be accounted for. There's no accountability anywhere because someone can use 10 names. I'm happy that Nigeria, we have a very strong banking system, which brought about the BVN thing. And the reason we have a very strong banking system is because we are all thieves. It's because of the thieves. Because a thief wouldn't allow a thief to come and steal from them. That's why we have a very strong banking system. And if they can work on these 2 things I'm saying, Kole, that's at least let it start like that. They will now bring about the power in Nigeria, the electrical power in Nigeria. That's another fundamental thing where the government needs to work on. Because I'm telling you, if there's power in Nigeria today, the economy is likely to rise by maybe 10%.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a big boost for the economy, for sure.
It'd be a big boost for the economy.
For sure.
And this is what these people don't, they just want to keep that money. There are a lot of wicked politicians, I'm not going to mention their names, but these youths, they know them because they are wicked, because a lot of lives, some people will lose their lives because they couldn't pay 5,000 naira hospital bills. That's right. These people are also human beings, for crying out loud. They're human beings. Why will you come and seek GoFundMe for somebody who is sick, who has a terminal disease? Why? When we have a good government. where we have hospitals those are, in fact, the hospitals in Nigeria today, the government hospitals as well, they might as well call them mortuaries.
Mm.
They're not hospitals. Just say mortuaries. How will the private sector take over the public sector? So even the private sectors, as they're taking over the public sectors, they are even giving substandard things, services. Because they know that they know that the government, they are not doing anything. Anyone they do, they are even trying. So if anybody will go and start a private secondary school, a private primary school, the government, they are not giving anything we give them. So anybody in Nigeria now just want their children to go to a private school, at least, even if they are paying 300 naira per term, by term, they will take it. They will go for it. So it's just, I mean, the government, they've really disappointed Nigerians. They've really, really, really disappointed the youths. That's why a normal youth cannot think straight anymore in Nigeria.
But let me ask you this, yeah? What do you think, now that the youth have come out, they've woken up, and I'm glad they did. What do you think? Do you reckon they will stay out and fight for all these issues you have mentioned, or some politician is going to come out? Okay, like a couple of things are happening now. Some hoodlums have started attacking, and hijacking the protest. We know that some armed robbers and kidnappers have also hijacked some of the protests. Eventually, some politicians would, give money to certain people, and some of the protests in certain regions will be quenched. Now, do you think the Nigerian youth have finally woken up? Or do you think they will be distracted along the way? Would they stay out there and fight for all these issues? Or eventually they'll get tired and go back home?
Okay. Number one, there's one key thing I've said. This is like a wake-up call to every Nigerian youth that actually we can get what we want if we stand in unity and if you take it by force. They've used a force that they haven't used. The last time they used this kind of force was in during the riot time. I've never seen Nigeria use this kind of force after that 1990 riot. Or when was that riot? The last riot in Nigeria.
Is that the one where the annulment of MKO?
No. That was before, way before.
Right. Okay.
I think it was during Babangida's time. There was a big riot. So this force they have taken now, I mean, I've never seen, in many years, you've never seen Nigerian youth come out in this mass. It's this massive. Do you understand? And they aimed at one goal. And it's just like a wake-up call to every Nigerian youth to say, okay, look, actually, we've done this and it's working.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, you said if they will be consistent with this thing, or they'll be distracted by something. That I don't trust. I don't know. Because Nigerian youths, I don't know that, but I believe that this one, because a lot of people, a lot of international bodies are involved and they're supporting all of it. So I don't think, because I get scared of Nigeria, like, there are a lot of things that have happened. Boko Haram, this Leah girl, she's still missing. She hasn't been seen.
Yeah.
They did a lot of protests. At the end of the day, they forget Chibok girls. A lot of things. They do a lot of protests and everyone will forget and turn everything into a joke. A lot of things have been happening, like telling people that snake swallow some money and everything. All those things are things that Nigerian youth have to take seriously. Instead, they make jokes out of it, and comedians make their money out of it. All those silly things. But because Nigeria is the way it is now, I don't know. But I really don't trust about that that part, that if they will be distracted or not. But I believe, and thirdly, because of the support they've gotten from all over the world,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that will ginger them. That will make them know that, look, we have to continue in this thing, and we can't stop. Because if you do something, I believe a normal person, if you do something, you use a certain type of force to do something, and you get what you want.
Yeah.
When you want another thing, you use that same thing.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that doesn't work, you strategize. But you have, the important is that they already know that they can do it. They can have it by force. And they should try and look into these things deeply. A lot of things that normal Nigerian, I'm telling you, an average Nigerian you doesn't know their worth. Do you know why? When we are here now, we believe that my country is very rich. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. There's a lot of money in Nigeria. Why is it that there's some set of people, 1% of the people that are enjoying this wealth in Nigeria? This money is owned by everyone. You are contributing, as far as you're working, you're contributing your quota to the economy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't know you just feel that, okay, anything that the government, when they say they have commissioned a public toilet and all that, you say, hey, the governor has tried. You have contributed.
That's right.
A quota to that thing. And you don't even know what you're worth. You don't know you're supposed to be having 24-hour power supply. You don't know you're supposed to be getting benefits when you're unemployed. You don't know you're supposed to be driving on good roads. You don't know you're supposed to be to be getting on the metro to work. You don't know you are entitled to everything, security, everything. You don't know as a Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
And this person, one person in your community will have all these things to himself free of charge.
Yeah.
Man, Nigerian youths, they need reorientation. They need a lot of orientation. They need a lot of learning, a lot of things to know, because it's not normal. They don't know it's not normal that these things, they're entitled to what we are having here. We are paying for it. We are paying through our nose, but we are enjoying the amenities, the facilities the government has provided.
Yeah.
Do you understand? This is a country that has not up to half of the resources we have back in Africa, but they are managing the little they have from taxpayers. But we've got the resources, we've got natural resources, we've got everything that will keep us going. Even our agriculture can keep us going. Not to talk of oil and gas, because oil and gas is just not it right now. A lot of things. We have zinc, we have iron, we have coal, we have name it.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? In an average Nigeria, they need to sit down and think about. So when they think about it, look, this is what I'm entitled to. I've been missing on this thing. Okay, these guys that have stolen from me, let me go and teach them a lesson. Come together, fight them, request for that, your right. Nigeria is not made for just one person.
That's right. Before, I wanted to end on police brutality generally, in the beginning of the segment, I was talking about the people who have been killed in America by the white cops, right? And we all trended the George Floyd, Black Lives Matter thing in the past few months. And I feel ashamed as a Nigerian, that it's only Holiday Johnson. That's the only name that comes to my mind when I think about people who have been killed by the police in Nigeria, by SARS or whoever, right?
Yeah.
And but we are so quick. We know George Floyd, we know Breonna Taylor, we know all of them in America. We know all of them in America who have been killed, but we don't remember our own, apart from the people who have been directly affected, like the families. Yeah. So I'm thinking like maybe as part of what the youth is doing in Nigeria now, they should also remember their own, you know. They should also um immortalize the names of the victims of police brutality, just like we immortalize the names of the guys who are falling in America. George Floyd, everybody in the whole world remember that name.
Yeah.
Everybody. But who do we know in Nigeria that has fallen as a result of accidental discharge or brutality? We need to talk about police brutality.
Yeah, Coley, I've talked about this. I've answered these questions and some things I've said. In Nigeria, there's no database. There's no strong database. We don't even know who is we don't know who is who. Right, number one, and number two, an average Nigeria is not important to any other Nigeria. If somebody you're rich, you're living on the street, the poor man is living down the street. You don't even know the life of a poor man doesn't matter to you. Our lives doesn't matter. We just got copy and paste. We say Black Lives Matter. Our own lives doesn't matter. Nobody.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Do you know how many people that have been kidnapped, killed by motor accident on the road every day in Nigeria? Bad road. It's not their fault. It's not the driver's fault at times. It's the government. They've not provided good roads. And these people just die like that. Why don't you say they should name? Oh, this person died on a motor accident on Ibadan Express Road or something like that. It doesn't because the Nigerians are not important to their government. Nobody is important.
Yeah,
you're only important to your family members. That is the way Nigeria is. In this country, even as we are foreigners, our lives are very important to the government.
Yeah.
If anything happens, God forbid, to any one of us, and we're being rushed to the hospital, the way they will struggle to save our life, you think it's...
Yeah.
And I bet you go to any Nigerian hospitals, take a casualty there to a Nigerian hospital. What they will do, the way they'll be even... I don't understand. Bro, you need to go to Nigerian hospitals and see the way these people work. And I don't blame them. They are not being paid enough. The government hasn't provided them, even the private hospitals, it's because of the money they pay them, the little money they pay them, they still do the little they do.
Yeah.
Do you understand? When we are growing up, the government hospitals, I remember those days in Luth. Luth was very, very, the best hospital. When anything happened to anybody that day, they'll just advise you go to a general hospital. What does that mean? General hospital means the government hospital. Like the hospitals we go there because they've got the best facilities. That is how we grew up, bro.
Yeah.
But now, if you tell someone to go to a general hospital, it's like telling the person that go to mortuary. The battle has been lost. That's what you're saying. That's what you're telling the person. The time I started being disappointed in the hospitals is in 2000. I went to Nigeria then in 2011 or so when this guy died, that Green. He died the day after I left Nigeria.
Right, yeah.
They left the guy there. They said because there's no electricity or something like that. I was like, what? I said, no, it's finished. To the extent that doctors bring mattresses from their homes or buy mattresses to put in the hospitals. Doctors that are working in the hospitals.
Wow.
As in medical students.
Wow.
So, bro, a lot of things for us to... The important thing, the advice I have for the youth there is that they should take the bull by the horn. They should not allow it go. They should make sure that they get everything in these protests. If everything is not right, even if they say Buhari must go, let him go. No, honestly, bro, let's call a spade a spade. We have an inactive president. I don't know. I've always been giving Buhari, I've always making excuses for Buhari since day one.
Yeah.
I was one of, in fact, let me not say. I was one of the people that actually thought to give Buhari a chance.
Yeah.
But I'm becoming disappointed because I believed in this man, but over the time, I just started making excuses up for him. Oh, maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe he has this. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, it made me not understand Nigerian government. So the only thing about Nigerian government is, as far as you are saying it, they will say it on the news. This person squandered some money. This person was. You just be hearing on the news. But
And that,
now
yeah,
I've understood Nigerian government is take it by force. The youth go on the streets, disrupt everything, destroy everything you want to destroy. Yeah,
mm,
they will listen to you.
mm,
They will listen to you. Go to the airport. Anyone that wants to carry private jets, go and punch out the tire. Destroy this thing. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, honestly, until you get to that, there's no suffering until they start suffering. That's when they would know all those things. Why are you going with your private jets? You are carrying money out of the country. Are you mad?
Yeah.
When we are suffering, everybody is equal. Everybody should be equal. We are all Nigerians. We all contribute a quota to this country. Why will some people be enjoying? Don't get me wrong. There are some rich people that they made their money from clean. I'm talking about these politicians.
Yeah.
Legitimately. We're talking about these rich people that make their money legitimately. They are people that are contributing more to this because they are employing people.
Yeah.
They have employees. And that means they are helping Nigeria to take some use away from the streets. But the ones in government, there are a lot of people I don't want to mention here, but Nigerians, you know them.
Yeah.
Let them go for them.
It would be good. It would be good if the youth stand their ground. It would be better if they don't just let it end at SARS or police brutality. It will be better if they can, seize this opportunity to go for it all.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. One thing about Nigerian youth, I want to tell, if any Nigerian youth is listening to this thing, even if you are not educated, because in Nigeria, if you are not educated, the only thing you feel you can do is to become a hoodlum, to become a hooligan, or do something for the politicians, fight for them, kill for them, because nobody would. It's a lie. If you are not educated, you have potentials. You are not educated is because the government, they are the ones that have put you in that state.
They failed you.
They failed you. You should have gotten a good education, but they failed you. You should fight them. You can get it back. You can. If the government is good, even if you are not educated, you can still live a good life. You don't have to be hailing all those thieves that they are using your money. They're giving you peanuts out of your money.
Yeah.
To kill and to do all those things from you. So collect your money back from them.
Yeah.
You don't have to come and be harassing people that are making their money with their sweats. They are the ones you need to face.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. And I hope they're listening. And I hope I can it would be nice to get a Nigerian youth to come on this podcast.
Yes.
To even speak to him and find out from him what they want and what they feel they can achieve. It will be good. But on that note, bro, it's been nice chatting with you again. Stay safe.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Let's see what's happening in our dear country, Nigeria. We might be carrying other passports as British, Italian, American, whatever, but home is home, right? That's where our parents are from. And we can't forget where we come from. Yeah, and I would like to commend the Nigerian youth as well for doing what they're doing at the moment, and I hope they keep their eye on the ball, man, because this is their chance. This is their chance. So we'll talk later, bro.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for having me on your program. Yeah. All right. Take care. All right, bro. Later, bro. Yeah.
Later.
Yes.
So that was the second part of my conversation with my friend Taiwo Tom Jones, a concerned Nigerian. Like I mentioned before, this episode was recorded before SARS was even banned. And as you heard, we have several problems as a people. Nigeria is ours, and it's all our responsibility to make it work. The few must not be allowed to oppress and suppress the many. We must continue to sing, shout, type, whatever, till they hear us. Don't forget to follow me on my social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Just type in this Kole Obasa and I'll pop right up. I'll be grateful if you subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. Spotify, Apple, TuneIn, Radio, SoundCloud. If you have any questions or feedback, you can just send them to me on my email, kole@thiskoleobasa.com. It's been fascinating chatting with you guys. Catch you on the next episode. This is Kole Obasa, and I'm out.